Yellowhawk Customs Outdoors, combat and wilderness grade custom knife and sheath systems. We've got the badass gear for the badass outdoorsman. Yellowhawk.
How you doing, guys and gals? My name's Doug Wilson, and this is Yellowhawk Customs Outdoors. And we're outside. Yay! It was raining earlier, but it seems to be okay now. And you'll see one of the shots in this video is rain. It starts raining. So anyway, I just want to come out and work in the yard a little bit. Do some batoning, some fire building, stuff like that. And I wanted to show you this system here that I just built. This is a Delta Whiskey Infinity knife and sheath system. LT Wright builds the knife. It's my design. And then I build the sheath system for it, and it becomes a knife and sheath system. This sheath system is built specifically for this knife. Hell's Angels. Coming to get me. So this is a pouch from Jacob Peterson at the Prepper's Bunker. I think these are really cool. Now I'm offering them as an option, but they're a little pricey. They're a little pricey because I have to buy them from him, and these are handmade. So it's not like an SE pouch where they make 1,000 of them at a time. You know what I mean? These are handmade, extremely mil spec, extremely military grade type stuff, with compression straps on the sides. You can actually take the pouch off and mount it on different things, so it's pretty cool. So there's that one. We're going to work with this today, and like I said, this one's for sale, so if you're interested, let me know. And this guy here, this is pretty cool. This is made by a guy in Israel. Sarma. The company's name's Sarma. They're on Facebook, I think. I bought this a couple of years ago, and it came with an Opinel number 8, right? So if you guys are not familiar with Opinels, these are decent EDC knives that get extremely sharp, right? Really sharp. Thin blades, fruit cutters, box openers, that kind of thing. You're not going to do any batoning with this. I've broken 2 of them trying to baton with these things, and only the smallest stuff are you able to baton with these. So be careful. I've broken 2 of them. But it comes with a little pouch and a ferro rod. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, actually. Let me show that. And then this eBay listing Silent Hero system, right? I kept a few of the production knife listings on eBay because they're popular, and this is the most popular. The Silent Hero, the SE6, the BK7. I've kept those on there, and if you're interested, go to the eBay listings, because you're going to get that system a little cheaper than you would if you had me custom build it, right? So here's one. This is a nicer one on the eBay listings. It actually comes with a tabby dangler, and this is a dots lock. It's not a tech lock. It's an aftermarket tech lock that they're pretty nice, but the tech locks are stronger. Still, both of them are overkill in my opinion, and this one's easier to use, right? Sometimes it's hard to get the tech locks open because it takes a lot of pressure to get it open, right? So if you got arthritis or whatever, these are great. Okay, live fire on the back, ferro rod on the front. All right, guys. You guys stay tuned, and we'll kind of work with this stuff. We'll be right back. raining. Ow! It's white birch bark. Great tinder for fire. Good stuff. Oh man, really raining. Everything started to get soaked. That's a ceramic hone. We can also put a diamond rod sharpener in here as well. Fine diamond rod sharpener. Usually in the field, what I'll do is I'll use the diamond rod sharpener off of one of my sheath systems, or the ceramic, whatever one I choose to take out there. Usually I have a diamond rod on there, and then I just strop right after I use the diamond rod, and I don't have any problem keeping it razor sharp out there. But for you guys who like ceramic, we can put ceramics on there too. And these options, they're not coming off unless you take them off. I've never had a customer say to me, "Hey Doug, such and such fell off of my sheath system." Stuff doesn't just fall off, right? You're gonna have to break something for something to fall off. So, and then we got this is a Sear 1 survival model. This is a prepper's bunker pouch made by Jacob Peterson. This is something new that we're offering now, and it's kind of looks like a plate carrier, a chest rig, plate carrier for the military. I tell you, I really love them. What I really like about them is they're easy to use. It's all, you can put a tin in it, but it's got these compression straps on either side that you can put anything in there, right? If you had say you had a fine diamond rod on the side, you could put this right here, right, in the compression straps, and you'd have both diamond rod and a ceramic. So you might not even need a strap in that particular instance. But then I got a ferro rod on this side. So let me show you what's in the tin. We could put something on the back here if you wanted. Altoids tin assembly maybe. This is the Delta Whisky Infinity knife and sheath system, right? So this is built by LT Wright. It's my design. It's called the Delta Whisky Infinity. And I'm looking for more guys who want the Delta Whisky Infinity in CPM 3V. I need maybe 10 more guys in order to do the run. All right. So we'll see. We'll show you what's inside the tin. Now this is just what I chose to put in here. That's it. Just what I chose. This is just a lens cleaner, for my camera and my phone and whatnot. And then I put an extra ferro rod in there. And these are the 5/8 inch ferro rods. you can actually hold on to these and use them. You know what I mean? They're not difficult to use this size. The real small ones, I have a hard time using them. They're too small. I got some gauze, some wrap gauze, in case somebody, you know, slices themselves. You know, you can compress it up a little bit with the gauze. I got a Phoenix LDO2 light in here. Phoenix LDO2. Fits right in the tin, no problem. Great little lights. I think it's 100 lumens max. Then I got a live fire in here, which is sure fire all the time. If you can't get a fire with this stuff, there's something wrong. Plus, you can probably get 25, 30 fires out of this one tin. And then a Sunto clipper compass, glows in the dark, very accurate, precision compass, mini. And then two of these, my favorite strikers, right? Two of these green strikers, they work really well. And I usually keep some Band-Aids in there too. But let's see what we got. I'll show you how, these are not hard to use. You know, you can actually hold on to these ferro rods. And I usually do the pump method, right? Kiva, come. Come on, over here, come here, come, over here. Come on, lay down, down, stay. So I use the pump method, right? It works pretty good, you know, the pump method. But these are easy to hold on to. And this is about as small as I'll go for a ferro rod, right? What else we got here? Oh, the Delta Whiskey Infinity. So let's put this stuff back in here. I'm going to keep one of the strikers out. Actually, no. I can put them both in there. Now, there's a certain way I have to pack this in order for everything to go in there. Right? So that's really secure, not coming off, right? The pouch is very secure on the sheath system. So let's work with the Delta Whiskey Infinity a little bit. That's the reason I actually came out here. I'll show you how to wear this system on your belt. It's real easy. There's several different ways you can wear one of our sheath systems. Usually, if we put a tabby dangler on it, or a tabby leg drop, you know, with a leather, just a leather loop, you can wear it as a dangler, right? This way. And I like to slide it around the front on my belt and wear it like this, right? Or you can do it cross draw, right? Cross draw. Or you can wear it vertical here with the tech lock right there. So there's different ways you can wear these. It's not just one way, you know what I mean? A lot of sheaths, you only get one way to wear it. But, okay. So here's another feature we pack into most sheath systems, especially if you have some kind of sharpener on it. We allow you to take off the tech lock, right, and put 2 molly locks on here. And you can see just this last hole right here. It already has the hardware in it, okay? So you can put that right in and just screw right into the hardware, right? So, and I usually end up giving you a little packet of screws, so you got screws to use your molly locks. But, you know, this particular sheath, I have 2 molly locks that go with it. You know what I mean? So, actually, this one's for sale. This whole knife and sheath system is for sale. So if you're interested in it, let me know. I'll take this belt loop off and put one that's more conducive to you wearing it than me, because this has got my initials on it. So I'll give you a different one. So, you know, works out pretty well. If you want maybe a live fire assembly on the back so you got a little more room in your tin, I can do that. We'll talk about it. If you're interested, PM me or text me. 443-315-6033. Okay? This is the Delta Whiskey Infinity with the green Micarta scales and Coyote Brown liners. Now I have to warn you, this one here has a kind of a faint Yellow Hawk logo. This is the only one that came out this way. So I'm letting you know, you can still read it and see it, but it's just a little faint on one side. So the colors, right? This is ATAX FG, and I call this Super Hexcam Orange, or Rusty Orange, right? So works out pretty good. So let's work with the Delta Whiskey Infinity a little bit. Need a baton. That's a good baton. For those of you who've never seen this particular necker system, this is a Sarma. I think the guy who makes these lives in Israel, right? I think you can find him on Facebook. Now, I bought this a couple of years ago, but he includes an Opinel in there as well. I think a number 8. These are pretty cool, right? He puts a ferro rod on it too, and then you got room, for little survival items like Band-Aids and stuff like that as well. Just wanted to show that because I very rarely ever use it, but it's pretty cool. That's why I bought it. All right, so let's see what we can do. All kinds of bugs. All kinds of bugs out here. Bugs. In the bugs. In the bugs. This is super seasoned birch. I mean, super seasoned. Some of them got knots. You see how hard it is to, well, I had a knot right here, so how hard it is to baton through this stuff, especially when you have a knot like that. This one's a little easier here. There we go. I like that. I'll keep that piece. I'm just splitting this down a little bit to get some edges for some feather sticks. This stuff is hard, man. Very hard. Seasoned birch. Trying to keep these real thin. Use them with a ferro rod. I like them off the bone. I collect a bunch of them, right? Get a bunch of them together. And what we'll do is we'll use white birch bark for this particular fire, and then put this on top of white birch bark. Stay, Kiva, stay. She'll go running off, and I'll have to chase her. Alright, so I'm going to get some thicker ones now. This knife is a joy to work with. Absolute joy. It does exactly what you want it to do when you want it to do it. There we go. There we go. So I get a little pile of these shavings. This allows you to put them where you want them, rather than having just the end of a stick filled with them, you know. Alright, that should be enough. Alright, so got a few of the thicker ones here. Let's see if we can. I don't have real good leverage and I don't feel like standing up, so get some thicker ones. There we go. Now this here, as long as your tinder is right, this should be enough to start a fire with. Just this little bit here. Because I have the white birch bark sitting next to me here. I gotta wait for the wind to die down a little bit, because that wind's gonna blow that white birch dust all over the place. So let's wait for the wind to die down a little bit, and then we'll use the ferro rod, and I'll show you how easy it is to use white birch bark. And contrary to popular belief, a lot of times you can find white and gray birch even where it's not supposed to grow. Like around here, it doesn't grow indigenous around here, but there are patches of it in the woods that I found that where people have planted them years ago and they took, you know what I mean? So alright, let's see what we can do here. I'm going to try to block the wind a little bit. Maybe build a little wall here. Let's see if that'll do it. Alright, so let's pull this up here. You just scrape the top of the white birch, right, into little flaky powder. I already got a bunch of it here. And I find it easier to draw toward me in order to get these little flakes. There we go. Alright. I could use the Delta Whiskey Infinity. I could use the Striker. I could use my field mouse, Mike Wallace field mouse. I think I'll use the field mouse. And we'll take the ferro rod off of this Sarma thingy. See, this is the difference between cheap shot cord and the mil spec that I use. This stuff is really cheap, really flimsy. I can tell right away that it's not mil spec stuff. Oh, there we go. All right, Then you just take these feathers, put them on top, and it doesn't take long to get these puppies to go. Look at that. Damn wind blew it out. There we go. All right. Not difficult. Birch has natural resin in it. It's pretty easy. White birch is fun to work with, man. It works very well, and you can reuse these pieces. I got a bunch of it here. A whole bunch of it. All right, let's put this down. Now, stay, Kiva, stay. Now, I can reuse this piece, right? And use the pieces that I haven't scratched yet. Delta Whiskey Infinity. This video is just working with the Delta Whiskey Infinity and showing you that system. It chops fairly well. That's what this hook is for in the back. It really allows you to hold on to that with your, your ring finger. And it does pretty good. 01 tool steel. Like I said, I'm trying to drum up some business for another run of this, a second run in CPM 3V, maybe some custom handle material, maybe, I don't know. I have to talk to LT Wright about it. Yeah, and then you can take your, here's another one that we built. This is for a Silent Hero. This is an eBay sheath system for a Silent Hero. I'm pretty sure this guy's in the military too. Staff sergeant. Now this is one of those sheath systems that I can build with my knife. These Silent Heroes usually run, pretty close from lot to lot. I haven't had too many problems. But, like I said, if you want guaranteed perfect fit and retention, send your knife in. It's a no-brainer, right? Then there's a live fire on the back. This particular sheath system is in our eBay listings, right? And it's a little cheaper than you'd pay if you had me build it custom for you, just because I pick the materials and that kind of thing, right? So here it is. This happens to be Cryptek Typhon and orange carbon fiber with scuba webbing. This folds back. You want to, like put it in your pack or something. Works out pretty good. Pretty neat. When you're done, right, you want to touch your knife up, and you got a ceramic. Now ceramic, this is actually a hone, right? It does take a little bit of metal off, but it is technically a hone. It takes off a very minute amount. So it hones your edge back into alignment, basically. That's not too bad. Let's see if it'll shave some hair. Oh yeah. I ain't got too much hair left on my arms. This 01 tool steel sharpens up really easy. If you got the angle right, this is a 0-degree bevel on a Scandi grind. So you can't go, you go real shallow with it, right? Some people say almost touching the metal, but the metal to the spine like that, and then just lift it up until you feel it, and then that'll maintain your bevel if you're careful. Just be careful with it, and you can maintain a 0-degree bevel in the field. All right, that's good. So, like I said, this one's for sale. If anybody wants it, contact me, and you're good to go. If you want, instead of a ceramic, I can put a diamond hone in here if you want me to. Or both, right? Alright guys, that's it. I just wanted to show you these systems, work out here a little bit. It's been a few days since I've been able to come outside. Going through that thing with my head, right? And the doctor is a little bit concerned about what's going on, so they're going to do an MRI. Just hasn't been scheduled yet. But hey, part of getting old, right? If I pound this down enough, it'll flatten out. I'm just trying to fill this center part with now, do I advocate hammering with your knife? Stuff like this, I don't have a problem doing it. However, I've seen knives break by using them, as a hammer. I've seen knives break. So, do it at your own risk. I don't advocate it, so gotta be careful. Yeah. Watch my fingers, right? I don't know, 51 years of doing this, and I've never seriously injured myself with a knife. That couldn't be repaired. How's that? Not too bad. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.